How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome in, little PGA Pub Hub. We're back, baby, Monday afternoon, giving you guys the latest and greatest for the what? The Canadian Open, Connor. We're coming up north, guys. We're finally up here. It's been since 2019. I'm a Canuck myself. Connor, I believe, is in
No way.
I know who.
No way. Couldn't tell.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got a Canuck here and a guy from Vegas. So you can tell the guy on the left here is just wired for sound. I'm ready to go for Sunday, too. We'll be live at that event, guys. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. If you haven't already checked us out, check us out on Twitter, Instagram. We got our website. We got a Discord, too. We're always dropping picks. So be sure to check all that good stuff out, guys. Last week, we hit our winner, Connor. We scratched.
Unbelievable job, brother.
Thank you, buddy. 65-1. Kind of sneaky one. Not many people had him on his radar. Really, my reason taking him, guys, was he was playing well, but the event he played, I believe, was the BMW Championship over in the European field. He just grit grind his way at a course that really reminded me of the Memorial here. So I was just going on that grit grind, and that's exactly what he had. Smooth and steady from Billy Horschel. That eagle putt there, Connor. You see that eagle putt on 15.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Closer.
Just beautiful. I thought he didn't hit it either. A lot of people did, I guess, in the crowd. It looked like he didn't hit it, and it just a dribbler just in the back door, side door Sally, as I like to say on the golf course. He took that eagle up by 4 on Aaron Wise and never looked back. So we nice ticket last week there. Came out of some nice units there, 65-1. So we hopefully we can roll it over here, Connor. Canadian Open. It's the first time, like I said, since 2019 where they were in Hamilton. Years before that, they're at the Glen Abbey, which is in Oakville. Now they're in downtown Toronto, guys. So this place should be hopping. It's the first time since COVID. I think they're almost sold out for all their days. So it's going to be a packed event. Like I said, I'll be live Sunday with some updates. About the course, though, Connor, Poa annua greens, guys. I saw Poa annua greens. It's bent grass fairways and whatnot, but I'm seeing Poa annua in the description all the way back in 2010, which there hasn't been too many changes since then, Connor. So I'm seeing Poa annua greens, and right whenever I see Poa annua, which is more out in the West Coast, where you are, Connor, I like to target a guy in Patrick Reed, Connor. Patrick Reed. I'm gonna get right into it, guys. He was not going to be on my 6-pack, but he a late addition. Patrick Reed, Connor. I just think he's around the green here. Now you do need to hit the fairways, guys. This is going to be a really tough, tight course. The terrain, it's up and down. You're going across valleys, uneven lies, thick rough, slopey greens. So right away, as much as you want to be in the fairway, if you're not hitting these greens, guys, you're going to have an easy lies. You're going to be in thick rough. You're going to need magic hands. You're going to need guys that are magicians around the green here. The wind, the conditions for the weather are not going to be too crazy. The first 2 days, though, Connor, you're getting 15 to 17 mile an hour winds at the Canadian Open here. So to make the cut, you're going to need guys, you're going to need a guy to make the cut. It's not going to be an easy first 2 days, where Saturday, Sunday warms up a little bit. It's going to be about 70 Fahrenheit the whole week. And the winds, though, die down to 5 miles an hour and 7 miles an hour on the weekend. So you're going to need guys that are going to be able to, like, some of these holes, guys, you're dealing with 474. You got 7 holes over 450 yards. Shout out to Real Deal Prime. 7 holes, Connor, over 450 yards on the par 4. So you're going to have some tough approach shots coming in, and I can see guys missing these greens, and you're going to need to be able to get up and down. Sloping greens, too. Guys like Connors, that's why I took him off my card, just because I don't see his putter getting super, super hot. I'll bring him up here really quickly, but from notes I have on Corey Connors, guys, he is really good on his accuracy off the tee. Had a good Sunday as well, just lacks a strong putter. That's what's going to come down to winning. Now, I do have Corey Connor on as a top 20. I like him top 20. It is plus 115, a little bit lower there. Guys, shop around, might be able to get a better number. But Corey Connors to win, I don't think he's going to win. It's going to be a lot of pressure, too, on the Canadians here. But Patrick Reed starting to play a lot better golf. Gained strokes, Connor, in 6 of his last 7 events, Patrick Reed. And 3 of his last 5, he's gaining accuracy off the tee. That's something if Patrick Reed's gaining accuracy off the tee, the rest of his game slowly starts to come into play. So his number's 50-1. He's not the lowest on our card. We got a guy even lower than Patrick Reed, Connor, but he's going to start it off. What do you think of old Patrick Reed?
Well, he's playing better golf. And you talked about a guy being good around the greens. That's what you need here. I don't know if I used him this week, and I like your take on Corey Connors. I think there's a lot of heat on him. A guy who's playing good golf, who I didn't take last week, but I took him in our prize picks. He came through, but it was a
Yeah.
good week for me as well. I'll rip through it. I had your guy Billy Horschel, Homa top 10, and I had a guy real quick, Mito Pereira, another top 20. Even though this guy folded, he's still playing good golf. I know that's gonna probably scar him for a long time, but it's good to see him.
Yeah.
T13 and Kim. We both liked him last week. He got top 24, so it was a good week, even though I didn't get the big banger like you did. Shout out to Willie H there with that pick, Gogster. Yeah, I think just a little heat, and he just doesn't have the flat stick yet, but still playing good golf, and he had a good Sunday, like you talked about, Corey Connors. Just a lot of heat. Canadian Open. I'm with you. I mean, maybe he's there, but I just don't think he can win
I think he's gonna be there. I really do. I think he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
He's too good. Like he's gonna avoid the rough. Where if you're in the rough here, guys, I just came off some golf 3 days in a row there, Connor, and hitting the fairways is easy. It's easy. It's easy golf when you're hitting fairways. When you get a ball in the rough, down, whatever it may be, that's when golf starts to get difficult. So if you're hitting the fairway here, it's a short course. You don't need to bomb and gouge it, even though there's, just like I said, some par fours that are long. There's 3 par 5s and there's 5 par 3s. So there's a lot of par 3s, and 4 of the 5 par 3s are over 200 yards, Connor. So I have some stats too for some par 3s over 200 yards and par 4s over 450, because the whole, some par 4s are quite short. You got 372, 394, 370, but then there's no kind of middle ground. You don't see many 410, 415. You jump to 473, 474, 480, 465. So it's going to be an interesting track here. I'm looking forward to it. The par 5s, though, are not that long. They should be able to take advantage of the scoring on the par 5s. I'm getting into some stats, though, here, guys. Accuracy off the tee, I think this is going to be probably the most important stat here. Ryan Armour checks the box there. He's number 1 this year, 74%. I'll go through them really quickly here. Stewart, Todd, Vaughn Taylor, Herman, Duncan, Laird, Buckley, Hugh, Garnett, Rye, Connors, Spawn, Lipsky, Hickok, Kirk, Fitzpatrick, Hadwin, Griot, Rose, and Lowry are all guys that, for the most part, you're going to see one of them possibly lift the RBC Canadian Open trophy, because I just think it's going to be that important, especially Thursday, Friday. You're going to need almost a lower ball flight. It's a tree line golf course, and up here in Canada, I can tell you, when you have these tree line golf courses, it's not on the water either. You're going to have to worry about kind of swirling winds. It's a weird swirling wind. You could see, look at the flag stick. You got nothing going on at the flag stick, but you get the ball up in the air. That's when you got to worry about kind of just catching the wind. And then that's when you're going to be stuck in these tough lies around the green. So around the green is going to be, I think, really important at this golf course. 7 par 4s, like I said, over 450 yards. Thomas, Sabatini, Lowry, Munoz, Schwab, Scheffler, Mitchell, Griot, Burns, Finau, Connors, McIlroy, Rye, Smith, Buckley, Laird, Taylor, Vaughn Taylor, that is, Hughes, Higgs, and Kirk. Round off. Shit, just dropped something there. Round off, sorry guys, the top 21 and on par 4 scoring over 450 yards. And then 4 of the par 5s, guys, are over 200 yards. We want to see who has good par 3 efficiency over 200 yards on the par 3s. Number 1 is Corey Connors, Vaughn Taylor again, Todd, CT, Pan, Burns, Burgoon, Griot, Fitzpatrick, Garnett, Yeager, List, Reed, Buckley, Champ, Kirk, Hadwin, Hughes, Rogers, Stewart, Mitchell, and Snedeker. Those are some guys there, Connor, some stats, dropping some names on y'all that if you're interested, if some golfers you're wondering about, guys, if I just listed them off there, that's definitely a good sign, because I think those are 3 key stats: par 4 scoring over 450, par 3 scoring over 200 yards, and driving accuracy are going to be very key here. And also Poana, guys, this is on Poana. So look up some guys' stats on Poana. Those golf courses being, I have them right here: Safeway, Farmers Insurance, AT&T, Pebble Beach, the Genesis, Rocket Mortgage, and the Travelers are all courses that are on Poana. So, yeah, you got anything else there, Connor? I'm going to get in the 6-pack without further ado.
Get into the 6-pack, brother. Let's get it, rip it, we'll get out of here.
All right, a little sip of coffee here. Nice early. It's still actually 1:30, not too late here on the East Coast, 10:30 where Connor is. All right, guys, let's rock and roll here. Canadian Open. Next week's going to be U.S. Open Brookline, so I don't really think too many of these big names. McIlroy's the one that might catch my eye there, Connor. Scheffler, I'm not too sure. First time up here in Canada. Rory, like I said. JT, surprised he's coming back up here. Burns, one thing with Burns, Connor, right away, I wrote him down thinking I'd take him. if you look at what Burns has done, guys, lately, he's 2 of 9 in accuracy off the tee. He's losing strokes accuracy off the tee, and I'm not going to be a fan of that at a course like this. When this guy's on, he's hitting accuracy. His accuracy is pinpoint, and his distance off the tee is something you can take advantage of. Distance isn't going to be something you got to worry about. It's more accuracy. So Burns is not going to make the card, despite him having a strong putter of late. The guy that is going to make the card, this is going to be my chalk here, brother. Matthew Fitzpatrick. Now, this is a risky one. I've seen him on Sunday and how he snaps that damn driver. He can be a little bit wayward, which, in all honesty, is not going to be great. Like I said, you don't want to be in the rough. But his scramble game, kind of like a Patrick Reed, he's just so magical around the greens. The way he flights the ball, just his grit. Like he's been playing really, really well, guys. I'm going to pull him up here really quickly. But some key stats I have from Fitzpatrick is he's very close. 5 of 7 gained accuracy off the tee. He's only lost 5 stats, like 5 categories between putting around the green, approach, off the tee. He's only lost 5 of those categories out of 52 possible. Like he said, I think 13 starts, Connor, and 53 of the stats he has. He's only lost strokes in 5 of them from Fitzpatrick. He's playing super solid golf. He's not super long off the tee either, Fitzpatrick. So the guy's itching. And I did say Scheffler Fitzpatrick at the beginning of the year would win an event, and we've already hit Scheffler. And I'm until PGA Championship, he was T5. He missed the cut last week, which I do like, to be honest. I like that he didn't play last week because he's played a lot of golf. Wells Fargo, though, T2. He's gaining strokes in, like I said, all categories. It's just his putter. He's lost a couple strokes at the RBC and the Players. Other than that, the guy's been money in the bank. So Fitzpatrick, I think he has a reason to win this. He hasn't won on the PGA, so very close. I think he could do it this week. 89th and 17th in par 4, par 3 scoring. 20 to 1. Yeah, 20 to 1 on Matthew Fitzpatrick there, guys. First round leader as well, 33. Top 10 plus 230 and top 20 plus 110. What do you think of Fitzpatrick?
You know what? He is going to break through. I think if you can get over 20 to 1, I don't think it's too bad of a play. I think he's going to win here soon. Maybe this is the spot here on the PGA Tour, but some places he's already dropped below that. So try, if you like Fitzpatrick like you do, try to get him over 20 to 1 because I just don't love taking a guy who still hasn't won on the PGA Tour at under 20 to 1. But I think he's going to be there. I love his stats like you talked about, especially his iron play.
Yeah. And if I'm looking back too, guys, like I said, the Pebble Beach, even what was the other one? The Players, he did lose a little bit of strokes putting, but the AT&T Pebble Beach, that's on POA. He was T6 and he gained 1.21 strokes on the putting surface, Connor. Great. That's a great stat for me right there. He's been T5, T2 of late. This is a guy that I wouldn't be, like you said, we wouldn't be surprised here at PGA Pub Hub that he gets a win very soon. That's Matthew Fitzpatrick. That's number 1 on our 6-pack. Number 2, we went over there at the beginning of the show there. I switched out Corey Connors. I just don't think he's got it. I think he can get a top 20. We have him top 20. We'll tweet out all of our action there. Eagle47_ on Twitter. Connors top 20. That's plus 115. Patrick Reed, outright win, just gaining strokes. Just not all over the place, but 6 of 7 of his last events. He's gained strokes, total strokes, that is. And then 3 of 5 accuracy off the tee, Patrick Reed. And you're getting Poano for the guy. I think this guy could very well win. Could be a great, I'll be rooting for him on Sunday. Next one on the card here is going to be Chris Kirk. Chris Kirk, I've had him a lot there, Connor. Another guy I think that's very close to breaking through. His game fits this course. Very strong accuracy off the tee. 7 of 7 in his last 7 events. Comes down to the flat stick. And he had a little bit of a rough Sunday there, plus 6. So that's the only little downside, I guess you could say, about Chris Kirk. But he's just another guy that's playing solid golf. T15, T5 his last few events. Another T5 at Arnold Palmer, T7, T14. Now it's going to come down to him on the POA because that was a late thing I found out there, Connor, was that this is on POA, not on bank grass. So if his putter's not hot, that's that we'll be able to tell early. But if you're looking at approach and off the tee, the guy's done very little to not think that he's going to make at least a top 10, top 20 as well. I have Kirk, guys, top 10 at plus 425, top 20 at plus 200, first round leader 50 to 1, outright 50 to 1. Chris Kirk, I'm kind of a sucker for Kirk, Captain Kirk. The guy's just been playing good golf around the green's been really good, Connor. Yeah. What do you think of Kirk?
Yeah, he's been playing good golf as of late, and this could be a sneaky course for him. I don't know if I take him this week. I do like him. It's so early here.
Yeah.
In my mind, very accurate. These are guys you want to look for. How good is he on Poana putting though?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's AT&T. He was minus 2.45 strokes on the AT&T Pebble, so that's one we don't like seeing this year. And the American Express, no, that was not one. The Farmers, he did not play in as well. Safeway, I don't see him in the Safeway, so
yeah.
he doesn't have as much experience. That's what it's going to come down to. Is going to come down to his putting on the Poana. Fat Win, let's go over the questions here. Fat, what's going on, buddy? 4 players I'm looking to play well here. Shane Lowry.
I like it.
I got him right here in between Fitzpatrick and Connors. I'll go over him quickly what I have. Strong accuracy off the tee, 7 of 9 gained. Very close, 6 of last 9 top 20. He had a bad +4 Sunday. He could very well be there. I guess I just chose Fitzpatrick over him there, Fat, but I really don't mind that play at all. Adam Hadwin. He's not going to be on my card, but similar to Corey Connors, I think the Canadians are going to be there, top 20 as well. On Adam Hadwin, I have him at +200. I like that one, Fat. And Cameron Smith should be interesting. His off the tee, he had a rough Sunday. Cameron Smith, we'll see how he does here. First time up here in Canada. I'll be looking forward to seeing Cameron Smith. We're rooting for him, but I'm not exactly too sure how he's going to do. It's also on Poana, which, to be honest, I don't have a lot of. Let me just pull that up really, really quickly here because there's not a lot of Poana stats you can go off of. And like I said, it was late.
But hey, this guy can flat putt. So, so I don't think it's going to be a huge hindrance to him.
Only one I have here is the Genesis. He was minus 0.06. So Poana might not be the best surface for Cam Smith. We'll see. And Charlie Hoffman, I don't mind Charlie. I think he's a bit of a longer shot there, maybe a top 40. Don't mind that at all, Fat. Let's keep her going, though. We got to check the box on Fitzpatrick. We checked the box on Reed. And we've also checked the box on Captain Kirk. That's 20-1, 50-1, and 50-1 between those 3 players. Next one, Connor, is going to be Keith Mitchell, buddy. Keith Mitchell. This guy had a great...
I got him down already.
Hey, let's go. I was reading the mail, buddy. Keith Mitchell. At first, I wasn't going to play him. 6 of the last 8, he's gained strokes accuracy off the tee, which is a really good sign for old Keith Mitchell, who he can bomb him. He's gained a lot of strokes, like I just said, accuracy off the tee. His putter's been quite hot. Now it's going to come down to how he does again on this Poana. And AT&T, he did lose a couple strokes, but he was T12 at the AT&T Pebble Beach. That's really, he hasn't played a lot of other Poana golf courses, so that's the big reason I added Patrick Reed, because he loves the Poana. He loves the Poana. And if it's going to come down to that around the green putting, he could very well be there. But when it comes to Keith Mitchell, he just seems to be playing a lot better golf. His putter's been hot, T13, T18 just recently at the Memorial. Gain strokes, like I said, off the tee, around the green. A sneaky play. He's actually, what is he right here? 55-1 first round leader, 55-1 outright. And we also have Keith Mitchell, top 10 plus 500 and top 20 plus 220 on Keith Mitchell. Big reason why I'm taking him, I would say here, guys, is accuracy. He's a lot more accurate. Gaining strokes off the tee is what you want to see. And his around the green doesn't scare me off. So Keith Mitchell, a guy that's been there in the past this year. He's at a T9, T7, T3 at the CJ. So he's been very close. I don't mind Keith Mitchell at all, 55-1.
Yeah, I like the price on him. Playing too good a golf right now. I think the number's solid. And I think maybe he's due for a breakthrough. And even if he doesn't win, look at him top 10, top 5, maybe here.
Yeah. It kind of actually really reminds me of kind of the Billy Horschel vibes on Keith Mitchell this week. But another one here, this guy checked a lot of boxes. Shop around, because I saw this guy, Sebastian Munoz. I saw him at 34-1. He's 50. What I have him at 55. I got Munoz. I love that number on Munoz here, guys. Some of these guys, Vegas, he's won twice at the Canadian Open. And you know what? Vegas and Munoz, they're similar golfers. Deep off the tee. Accuracy is a big thing when it comes to Munoz. He's been accuracy 6 of last 8, gain strokes accuracy off the tee, last 10 events. Gain strokes to total too. Total strokes gain, Connor, he's 10 of 10. He hasn't lost strokes in an event since, well, this isn't the greatest thing, the stat to say, is the American Express, which is on POA. But since then, man, he's been playing solid golf. He's just really rallying into form. He's made his last 10 cuts as well. T33, T26, T29, T3. I think Munoz has got a shot. He's a guy that just right away, I was hoping to get a good number on him, and 55-1. I'm going to pull the trigger. It's just going to come down to the putter, similar to Kirk. I think these two guys, one of them get a nice putter rolling here on the Poana. I think Munoz, guys, 55-1 and 50-1. First round leader, plus 425, top 10, plus 200, top 20 there, Connor, on Sebastian Munoz. Just playing really good golf. Whenever I see total strokes, guys, gained green for the last 10 events, you're doing something right. And his accuracy has been really good. Low key here, Sebastian Munoz could win this thing.
Yeah, great guy. He's always one of my few years ago. I love taking this guy when nobody did. And he's playing great golf. And he's a birdie machine when he is hot. He is accurate, like you talked about. And he can go low. So, hey, you'll get no complaints out of me, Sebastian Munoz, my man.
Yeah, and when looking at the score here, what do you think the score? I'm thinking it'd be about a minus, I think about 17-18, I think will be the final score here. It is a short track. It's just going to come down to someone catching fire on the greens. You know, I think around minus 17-18 would be the final score. What do you think, Connor?
I don't know. Depends if you know that wind blows like you talked about. Birdies will be made. I mean, I think it'll be tough, challenging, but decent. So I don't know if it gets that low. You know, I don't know if they get, quite up there. Maybe they do. But par 70, like you talked about, a little less, one less par 5, extra par 3, long par 3s, even long par 4s that you mentioned. Maybe not long now these days. You talk about over 450, that's nothing now on the PGA Tour. But, yeah, I don't know if it quite gets there. We'll see with the weather. But I think it'll be around at least over 10,
Yeah. One 10, thing, too, about the weather conditions here, guys, it's not going to be super dry. It's going to be soft. I can tell you right now it's raining. I think there's a bit of rain coming in.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's going to be a bit on the cooler side too. So you're not going to get as much roll off the golf ball. So if you have a straight, you're not cutting it or fading it or pulling it, you're not going to get much roll off into the fairway. Now, if you are in the rough though, you get a little bit of wetness in that rough, Connor. I can tell you it's even harder to get the ball out when it's a little more damp in there. It even grabs the club more. So accuracy is going to be huge here. And probably the most accurate guy. He's going to be last on the six-pack here. What a great transition here. Brandon Todd, Mr. Accuracy off the tee. 66-1, guys. He's been playing slowly but surely, playing better golf. Mr. Accuracy, I have 15 of 15 off the tee. He's gained strokes last 15 events. Third 2 weeks ago. And he's gained strokes on bent grass. Now, it's not bent grass. That's the one thing, right? So we want to bring up Todd. Like I said, late change here. Found out from one of my guys. It's on Poana. And on Poana, he did lose a bit of strokes here on Poana. But I think the most important thing is going to be accuracy. Now, he hasn't gained as much strokes gained off the tee, which you'd like to see a little bit more of. But I think off the tee, accuracy is going to be that important here. And his putter has been damn hot. He's gained strokes, over 1.0 strokes. And 4 of his last 5 events too here, guys. So nothing bad to say about Todd. He's also the Todd father, as I've heard some people say. Brandon Todd, he's also 5th in par 3, scoring over 200 yards. So that's a really good stat you want to see as well. Yeah, I like him there, Connor. 66-1, first round and outright top 10. Connor, there's a nice one here for you, buddy. You like this one? Plus 600 on Brandon Todd, top 10, and plus 260 on top 20 for old Brandon Todd. A couple more here, guys, before I close it out and throw it to Connor. I got Laird, also first round leader at 90-1. And I also have Connors at 33-1. I think Connors could maybe come on hot. He had a nice Sunday at the Memorial. So that's a couple more additions. Connors also, like we said, plus 15 or plus 115, top 20. Top 20 as well. And Adam Hadwin plus 200. Laird top 40 and Adam Long top 40 plus 140 and plus 150 there, Connor. Yeah, that's going to close out the Canadian Open pick sheet there for you guys. Any questions you have, feel free. Like I said, Eagle47_ on Twitter. Send us a message. Love to get into some golf chat with you guys. Like I said, I'll be going Sunday, so I'll have some updates for you then. But yeah, anything else there, Connor? Or I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
let
out
me just run through a couple here, and then we'll bounce here together. If you got a couple minutes,
I got
you talked about Keith Mitchell.
Yes.
I love it. I think Shane Lowry's a solid play. Two guys I wrote down right away. It's kind of the trifecta of these guys. You mentioned Munoz, Vegas, Thigala. Thigala played well last week. I don't know if he makes my card or not. Three guys I have written down, top 10. I think the Canadians play well. Hadwin played last week. Can he do it again? Very streaky type guy and playing better golf this year, Adam Hadwin. So he's a guy I looked at top 10. And let's get to, top 20, 30. I already have a few guys got. My old guy, he's playing well. He putts well. I'm pulling the greens. Pat Perez. I love this guy. I think he's sneaky. Maybe top 10 even. I'm going to go, you mentioned Connors, and I just mentioned Hadwin, but I think Nick Taylor, top 20. This guy's been playing good golf, another Canadian that I think maybe a little pumped up for this. Maybe it's too much pressure, but I think maybe look for a few of these guys. And there's a couple other Canadians.
I want to piggyback on that Nick Taylor really quickly because he was right in the final group. I remember with DJ when they played in 2018. Nick Taylor was right there. And another thing about Nick Taylor, he putts really well on Poana greens. So that addition of Nick Taylor, I think that could be a sneaky play there, maybe even a first-round leader on Nick Taylor as well.
Definitely.
Coming out hot. He's a guy that seems to come out hot. So, I'm going to write that one down. I really like that Nick Taylor look there. Just because it's, it's a shorter track too. He's pretty accurate off the tee and he loves putting on Poana. Yeah,
I think he's a great call here. And first round leader, maybe sneaky. I don't know if he wins it, but a guy that, even if he has a one bad day, that still could get him at least a top 20. A few others just longer where the prices are still good. Aaron Rye, this guy just keeps making cuts, kind of being top 20, 30. Not a win. I'm not taking him to win or anything, but I just mean maybe a top 20. There's just value with him still, I think, in the betting board with the top 20, maybe top 30, depending on, what you like to bet. But I think Aaron Rye, decent number, playing a lot of golf lately, but making cuts and, playing decent golf. So a little look there, maybe not to win. That's about it. I want to get you out of here. You got anything else?
Yeah, no, I just piggyback on Rye there. 7 of last 9. He's gained strokes, accuracy off the tee. I don't mind Rye. His around the green is what kind of scared me off. He did look good at the Memorial there, Connor, actually on Sunday. Gained a lot of strokes, but that's just not his thing. And if he does get stuck on this rough, I think it could be his demise. So I left him off the card, but I don't mind that look. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. Connor, I know you tweets out his action there. What's your handle on Twitter there, Connor?
Just Connor MacPicks.
Connor MacPicks, guys. Check him out there on Twitter. Myself, Eagle47_. That's all we got. Check us out. We'll have some updates. Myself, like I said, Sunday will be live. And Connor has his prize pick show as well Wednesday.
It'll be on Wednesday. Yep.
Be sure to check out the prize picks as well, guys. Be good. Hit them straight. And we'll see you guys next week for the U.S. Open and some special guests. Cheers.
Peace. PGA Pub.